In Parashat Vayeleh, you have Moses commanding Joshua to take over from him, to be strong, and that when the children of Israel move into the land of Canaan, there is going to be a ceremony called the Hakel, the gathering of the people together, every 50th year. So you're going to go through 7 Shmitot, 7 years of release. The last one will be followed by an additional year, the Yovel. And on the Sukkot, on the festival of Sukkot, of that 50th year, everybody has to gather together in order to hear the Torah read before the people. There is some debate as to whether the Hakel ever actually happened. And because after the exiles in Assyria and Babylon, the Jewish people were never exclusively in one place anymore. They were split between various centers. The possibility of it taking place for the whole of the Jewish people was unrealistic. But nevertheless, like many things in the Torah, it is the idea behind it which is as important as the practicality of whether the law ever was carried out in that particular way. Here you have an important idea, that the law, the Torah, belongs to absolutely everybody, and that everybody must be actively involved in participating in this process of receiving the law, renewing the law, and being committed to it. What is interesting also is that in this same parasha, the Torah refers to Torah in different ways. First of all, it refers to giving this Torah to the people, but the Torah hasn't been completed yet. Secondly, it describes the Torah as a shirah, as a song. Is this a reference to the whole of the Torah or just to the song that's going to be sung shortly, Ha'azinu? All these things are left uncertain. They're left with a question mark. And that is the genius of our tradition, that it requires us, every one of us, to be involved in the idea of studying the Constitution, of knowing what it's about, of renewing our commitment to it. It's not like this was in the hands of priests and not available to the masses, as in some religions. This was open to everybody, and not only but everybody, but the children and the women. Everybody had to be there, and the obligation was something which was, if you like, the fundamental principle of what being Jewish meant. The fact is that we have lost this tradition in terms of practical terms, but it is still a core of our tradition in the way that we pass it on from one generation to the next. Study, Talmud Torah, is the essence of our tradition. And that's why the last law of the Torah is this law of the Hakel, the law that in principle we have to come together to study, and it's the Constitution that is the most important thing. That's on the public level. On a private level, of course, there's the personal relationship with God, but that can only be reinforced if we make the practical effort to set aside time for it and devote ourselves to it.